Hey everybody, it's Mike from Fishing the Mid-South, and today we're going to do Sufix Superior 40-pound mono against the Knot Buster 6000 using the Trilene knot. So, a quick overview of the Trilene knot. You take the standing end and you go through the eye, and you come back around, you go back through the eye again. Creates a little loop. You keep that little loop in place and you create another loop. Okay, we're going to go around 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And go through the eye. Now, I am known as a prankster and a jokester, and but I'm being dead serious here. This is not saliva that I'm using. I'm trying to prove a point to myself, I think. This is a water-based, we'll call it personal lubricant. And the reason being, this video, I can't tell you the number of times I've tried this, and this is probably the 40th knot I've tied. As you can see, it still isn't cinched down all the way. This is a hard knot to cinch with 5 turns. Now, the other thing I can tell you is I've tried it with 4 turns, and it does not hold nearly as well. When this knot is holding when it's holding best, I should say, say properly, when it's holding best, I'm getting right at 50 pounds out of it. When it doesn't, and the knot doesn't break. That's, yeah, I know. Doesn't make any sense. I have not used the Trilene knot before, to my knowledge. And it's not regarded as, the best in any of the tests I've seen. So I was not expecting a whole lot out of this knot. But for some reason, it has performed incredibly well when it performs incredibly well. When it doesn't perform incredibly well, I'm getting about 35 pounds, which still is not bad compared to, other knots out there that we've tested so far. But this line goes to about 50 pounds, just hair over 50 pounds by itself without a knot. So that's the line strength. So, I'm getting full line strength out of this. With this knot, when it holds, it always holds, I should say. It doesn't like slip out, but when it doesn't break, and I'll be honest with you, I'm confused. I've tried, if 4 wraps makes a difference, it does. 4 wraps will not get it done. 5 takes 5 wraps. 6 wraps didn't seem to really help any. And actually took a little bit off. So we'll go with test number 1. $45 pounds. As you can see, the knot did not break. If I seem a little squeamish when these things pop, that's the reason. I've been slapped several times today by mono. So 45 pounds, the knot didn't break, so that tells me, we got full line strength out of that. Let's go ahead and wrap the second one up. And I would have sworn I had 3 of these things tied. There's 1. There's the 3rd one. I knew I had 3 of them tied. Like I say, the first time I ran this, the first 2 held right at, up to 50 pounds. And then the 3rd one went to like 35, which didn't make any sense. And as I'm looking at these knots, the one thing that I did notice is when they'd get to about 30 pounds, the notch is still cinching. 30 pounds of pull force, and the knot is still cinching. Oh, wrong way. So that's why I decided to go with a better lubricant than just saliva. So that went 35.6 and broke at the knot. So that removes that out of the equation. I'll be honest with you. I've gotten to the point where I think maybe this line just does well sometimes with this knot, and sometimes it doesn't. I mean, I've taken all the other variables out. I've taken the number of twists out. I've taken the lubrication out. I've taken the way it's tied out so that, you know, like I'm not crossing over itself or anything like that. I don't know. This one is a frustrating one. Because all my other ones have been, you know, maybe a little bit of an outlier, but not 10, 15 pound outlier. They're back out. Here's test number 3. Keep an eye on the knot, and you'll see that at 24 pounds, you see it's still moving. 46.7. So I believe that part of the secret to this knot is going to be a good cinch down. And when you're talking about going 3/4 of the way of the breaking strength before it even gets properly set, it's going to make it a difficult knot for me to use consistently in my escapades. Because, and again, this is with 40-pound mono. We're going to do tests with other line weights, and that, you know, we may see more consistency at a different level. And that's to be expected. I mean, I do not expect the same knot to perform the best in each test, in each line class, each weight. And even between brands, we should probably see some differences. Anyway, this one's been a frustrating one. I do want to add, so we do have knot tutorials on the channel. We have a playlist for knot tutorials. We also have a playlist for these knot tests. There will be more coming. If there is a knot that you want to see tested, please put it in the comments. I'm trying not to get anything super extravagant because these are knots we're going to be tying on the water, right? You know, if we're all doing a bunch of FG knots and stuff like that, that takes a while. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of skill, whereas, you know, a Palomar knot doesn't take a whole lot of skill, as an example. So, if there are any specific lines that you want tested, my email address is in the channel description. Email me. I'll give you my address. You can send me, I don't know, 10, 15 yards of whatever line you want tested and what knot you want tested. And I will be happy to test that. My test puller goes up to 100 pounds roughly. I've maxed it out at 114, I believe. I don't like going that high because I don't want to, break my equipment. But, most of us are not using 100-pound leaders most of the time anyway. So anyway, there we are. This has been the Trilene knot versus 40-pound Sufix Superior Mono. Please like, subscribe, all that stuff, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.